been a long time since I've done a subscriber update. Your car, sir? Your car, madam?
Thank you.
It's been a really, really difficult few weeks, and so I just stopped. I just had to stop as much as I could stop because the stuff that I couldn't stop doing was overwhelming on its own. It feels like I'm emerging from the other side. So my stress levels were taken off past the red line by unavoidable events in multiple different areas of my life: family, work, legal. And today I've just been for my first solo cross-country flight for a while. After 2 aborted flights, and then I had a flight with an instructor, and then I did an hour of circuits a couple of days ago, the weekend. It's been a long time since I've done a subscriber update where I'm actually saying hi to all of you who subscribe. And there's been so many more of you since I last did one of these, like about 500 more subscribers. So I'm Charlie Lamdin. Welcome to the channel. This is my personal vlog where I just make videos about the things in my life that I want to record, whether it's flying, whether it's family stuff, whether it's just documenting the battles, the struggles, the highs, the lows. It is a video diary. It's a personal video diary, so anything goes. But the major parts of my life are my family, which I homeschool my children, Clara and Archie. We've got a 3rd baby on the way. Best Agent, which is the business I am still trying to get off the ground. I'm 5 years into that, and it's gradually moving in the right direction, very slowly but very surely. Aviation, a massive part of my life, and what I try to do, because I am a bootstrapper, I have no investors or partners, and raising my kids is priority number 1, and making all of my dreams come true is priority number 2, whether they're business dreams or flying dreams or family dreams. And in order to have any chance of making it all happen, they all overlap. Family, flying, work, it all overlaps. So much has happened in the last few weeks. There's progress on all fronts, and actually, to be honest, it's generally speaking positive progress. My 3 court cases are now down to 2, and I suspect will be down to 1. One of the biggest areas of uncertainty in our lives, which I can't make public yet, may be becoming less uncertain, and we might be inching towards a major breakthrough, which would be absolutely life-changing for everything and everyone. I shared on this channel back in November, so 4-5 months ago now, some of the bombshells that were going off, and I've so far managed to contain them all. There's still collateral damage, and the bizarre thing is that even though things are arguably as difficult as they have ever been, I'm also happier than I've ever been. This feels right. It feels like what I'm supposed to be doing. I wouldn't change anything. And all of the struggles, there's been a couple of family bereavements recently, elderly members of the family, and that's never nice, and it always catches you off guard, and they always add to things, but those aside, everything else is of my own making. It's all part of the journey that I've chosen to be on. Late for a coffee with Isabel. So I've just come round to the chap who's doing the colour grading of my film and walked in to see this in a screening room. The actual cinema. There's a projector and there's a screen. It's me. What an amazing feeling. So Archie, do you think that Sylvester's the coolest car in the world? Yeah. Do you know why? You're right, because he is. He literally is. A healthy family. We have another baby on the way, due in July. I have been exploring my options of what to do with the plane because at the moment that's a 4-seater and we're 4, but we're going to be 5. I don't need any more than 4 seats for probably at least the next year. I don't imagine taking the baby flying until it's 1 year old or so at least. Both Archie and Clara got to go flying when they were 1 with in child seats with headphones on. But eventually I'm going to need a bigger plane, eventually. And given how long it took, I've done a video about it took 3 years to become an owner of this plane. I'm thinking ahead, and I have an iron in the fire. I've been offered by a US dealer, I've been offered by email a sum of money for that plane that is well over double what I paid for it. And he said that's trade value. He said they would buy it, they're going to flip it and then sell it in the States. He said the market for these planes in the States is massive, which also raises the option that if I were to choose that option, this plane would need to be flown across to the United States, across the Atlantic, which means I've got a decision to make. Do I want to do that myself? Because my God, what an adventure that would be, but it's risky. Or do I want to get a ferry pilot to do it? That's a nice decision to have, but I wouldn't want to do it on my own. I want to take somebody with me. I'd want to have the full dry suit, waterproof suits and life raft. Pretty sure I'd need long range extension fuel tanks, but I'm not sure. Another option is someone has offered to buy a share in the plane, although they're very out of touch with aircraft values at the moment. Or I sell it outright and buy the next plane, which I've got a funny feeling I may have found. I don't know, haven't seen it yet. But so far I haven't had to sell this car, the Touareg. I haven't had to sell the Mercedes, and I never want to sell the Mercedes. I really never want to sell it. I love it so much. And I'm just, despite some real financial squeezes recently, I'm just scraping through at the moment. But it is this, it's Best Agent that is the answer and the secret and the springboard on which all my future plans are resting. The short film that I made 5 years ago, I actually wrote it and filmed it 5 years ago, is coming very close to completion. It got massively delayed. Post-production, it got massively delayed by lockdown, but it's very nearly there. That's exciting because that was just a wild long shot, and it's turned out quite well. And I'm just in a bizarre place because I don't think my challenges have ever been greater. And you might be watching this wondering, hang on Charlie, you're leaning on your Touareg with your plane in the background that you own outright. What are your problems? And it's all about what I'm trying to do with this, and it's all about avoiding having to take on investors and financing Best Agent myself and everyone's jobs in Best Agent and Best Agent's future technologically and on the people side. I'm having to go through difficulties to avoid the nightmare of business partners and or investors. That's just a subscriber update for you. Thank you for subscribing. I hope you've enjoyed the videos you've seen so far. I hope you're enjoying my journey as much as I'm enjoying it and as making the videos. These videos are very, very, very time consuming to make, and in fact, one of the reasons there's been a bit of a gap is because the guy who does the editing on most of the videos has been moving house himself. Congratulations to him. He moved in just a couple of days ago to his new place, his first place, I think. But I think when his feet are back on the ground, because he's got a new baby as well, then normal service will resume, hopefully.
I'm gonna have the first one. I can make it!
Come on then.
I can make it!
Yeah, quite a night at home on my own, but I'm gonna have to spend it uploading and sorting all the footage from today's flight. All the fun of it. Thanks a lot. See you in the next one.
And don't forget to subscribe.